Joining me now from Statutory Hall in Washington, D.C., representing Kentucky's 4th Congressional District, Congressman Thomas Massie. Congressman, your colleague, and I use that in air quotes, your colleague Hakeem Jeffries, just as slickly as Nancy Pelosi thinks that we're all going to fall for this in this vote on Thursday, that this is the next logical step in the process. It's not. It's still, as I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, the political cart before the horse. There has been no official vote on impeachment in the 116th Congress, and this vote on Thursday will not change that.
This illegitimate process, and it is completely political, is a pig, and what they're trying to do here this week is put lipstick on the pig. But it's still going to be a pig. It's illegitimate. It doesn't follow any sort of House rules. It is true that the Constitution says each chamber will make its own rules, but they don't have any rules that they're following. And today, I was in this SCIF with the deposition of Vindman. I'm on the Oversight Committee. What I witnessed there is that Schiff gets to call the witness. He's also acting almost as if he's the witness's lawyer, and then he abstains the objections that are made, that he has made when we try to ask questions on our side, when Jim Jordan asked some questions and our lawyer. So it's ridiculous. I wish the people could see it. The problem is there are 3 committees here in Congress that are going down to the SCIF and doing this, but we're the only 3 committees that will know how to vote on anything that comes in front of the House. I think the reason they're trying to do this halfway or maybe a quarter of the way at a time is they don't have a majority of Democrats who even believe this president should be impeached. So they're trying to, through these leaks, by the way, I read the opening statements through leaks in the New York Times before I even get into the SCIF to hear the witness give the opening statement.
Right. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's comical. It's comical, Congressman.
It is. It's ridiculous, and I'll tell you why I went to this deposition in particular, because for the most part, I've been trying to focus on the other hearings that we're having that are legitimate. They should cancel those if we're going to do these depositions. But the reason I had to go into the SCIF today is I read the opening statement from this witness, and he seemed like one of these self-important, conceited, career employees inside of the Beltway who are inconvenienced by the mere thought that there is an elected government that's sent to Washington, D.C. to do the will of the people, and that whenever they start doing the will of the people, he's offended. And so I went to see if that was actually his posture, and that was exactly his posture today.
Good call.
He's literally inconvenienced that the president doesn't follow his script.
Because I suspected the same thing. And so I want to tell our director, Adrian, I want to go to graphic number 3 right now. Skip graphics 1 and 2. Go to graphic number 3. This involves Vindman. This is part of his opening statement, Congressman. I'm going to read it. I was concerned by the call, talking about the call between President Trump and the president of the Ukraine. I did not think it was proper to demand that a foreign government investigate a U.S. citizen. Now, Congressman, again, I saw the same thing that you saw in that opening statement. Number one, why is just this opening statement released and we don't get to see the rest of the testimony? You got to see it. God bless you for going in there. But the rest of the Congress should be able to see it. The rest of the nation should be able to know what was said in this interview. Adam Schiff promises we'll get to see it. I'm not going to bet my house on that. But the bottom line is we already have the transcript to this phone call. What's the point? What's the point of even interviewing this guy?
And here's the problem. When you see the transcripts of this witness, you won't get to see this witness being questioned. That's problematic. Vindman had a hard time spelling his own name when they asked him to spell his own name this morning. Okay, the credibility is at stake there. And then the other thing, that you have to ask is, was he really upset that the president said those things on the phone call? Because what I heard him upset about in this hearing was that the president didn't follow the talking points that Vindman and his colleagues had written down for the president to read in this phone call. I mean, they literally think that the president should just read their teleprompter when he's having discussions with other heads of state. I think that's what they're mad about.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.